Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Patman, and today I'm bringing y'all a very special video. I'm going to be talking Halo Infinite, everything we know so far about it, and what to expect. Why you should be excited for it, because I certainly am. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so thanks for coming by the channel today, and let's talk some Halo Infinite. So if you guys didn't know this about me, Halo and Zelda are like my two favorite gaming franchises. Zelda was the game that got me into gaming, and Halo was the game that kept me gaming for all these years. So Halo Infinite means a lot to me. So if you guys want a one-stop shop for all your Halo news, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. I will be covering Halo Infinite all the way up until launch. Any kind of news, on details on the game, any new trailers, marketing, everything will be covered on this channel. I'm really looking forward to Halo Infinite. This is one of my most anticipated games of next year because I will also get into my predictions. I do not think Halo Infinite, actually I would almost guarantee Halo Infinite is not coming out in 2019, and I'll get into why later in the video. But for right now, we're going to cover everything that we know so far about Halo Infinite. So we know that the art style takes inspiration from the old Halo games. They've been quoted, 343's studio head of FPS games, so basically the studio head of Halo Infinite, his name is Chris Lee. He said that the art style draws significant inspiration from the most iconic and most historic parts of the Halo franchise. This is huge. Halo's definitely had a weird aesthetic as far as Halo 4, Halo 5. 343 decided to change a bunch of different things that didn't need to be changed just for the sake of change. And it really detracted from the visual appeal that the old school Halo games had. They looked more gritty, more realistic. And now they look like toy soldiers that are just walking around. Like it looks very fake. It doesn't feel very Halo-y. It looks, I don't know, very cartoonish. Halo used to have a gritty look to it. So if anything to go by that trailer that we saw at E3, if there's anything to go by, looks like they're heading in the right direction with the art style. We also know that Halo Infinite will feature a 4-player split screen, which is probably why they made a new engine, which I'll get into next with my next point. And any Halo game from here on out, they said any first-person shooter Halo game will have split screen because they learned their lesson from Halo 5. Looks like 343 is really learning a lot of lessons from Halo 5. So the new engine is called the Slipspace engine, and that E3 trailer we got wasn't even a trailer for the game itself, but more for the engine itself and what it is capable of, which was really cool looking. It was beautiful. Graphics looked awesome, and I'm pretty sure this is the first time Halo's had a new engine since the first game. So let's talk about the story. Now, Halo 5's story was not well received. Most people, including myself, did not like Halo 5's story, but there are some out there that liked it for whatever reason. That's up to them. But with this game, 343 has said, and Aaron Greenberg has also said, who is the general manager of marketing at Xbox, says that 343 plans to take Halo in a whole new direction, and that this story centers on Master Chief, and that they're excited to share more, but that Halo Infinite features a focus on Master Chief, which is great because Halo 5, a lot of people were pissed that you played as Locke for most of the game and you only played as Chief for about 2 missions in the game, which is crazy that a mainline Halo game didn't focus on Chief. So it looks like they're going to be focusing on the characters that are already created in their previous games, hopefully not introduce any new characters and make the story more convoluted than it already is. He also said that he thinks it will be well received by fans because of that focus. He also reiterated that this is the next mainline Halo game, and it is Halo 6 and everything but the name. It continues the events after Halo 5. And then we also know that Halo Reach style customization is coming to Halo Infinite. Now, most people can agree, including myself, that Reach had the best customization. You could customize your helmet, your arms, your chest piece, your legs. There was armor effects that was really cool. You could customize your voice for Firefight. Hopefully they let you customize your voice for multiplayer this time around. But Reach had the best customization. Halo 3 also had great customization. I miss the days where they would reward you for doing something difficult. Halo 3 did it where if you got all the achievements in the game, you would get that cool katana on your back. Halo Reach, if you reach max rank, you would get the sick Haunted helmet, which is probably one of the coolest helmets in Halo history. And then Halo 4 came out, and that was the only Halo game I ever max ranked in because it was so easy to do. And 343 touted, oh, there's a special reward for anybody who reaches max rank, and it was an emblem. You don't want to work towards an emblem. We want something cool that people, when we get in the lobby, people are like, oh, how'd you get that, sick armor? How'd you get that cool armor effect? How'd you get that cool whatever? And you could say, I did a challenge in the game. I don't want to deal with loot boxes and getting armor through there, which is another thing. 343 was really bad with their armor, just was ugly. And with the return to the old art style and the return to Reach customization, hopefully they've learned their lesson with that. So I really look forward to that because I am a sucker for games with a bunch of customization. That's something that I look for in a game, something to keep me playing, something to keep me working towards in a game. Now they have stated if you reach max rank in Halo 5 level 152 that you will get something special in Halo Infinite. I am like a level 101, I think. I don't know if I'm going to bother doing that. The grind is way too real for the ranks. And I don't know if I trust 343, honestly, in this cool thing that they're going to give us. It might just be an emblem again or something, but we'll see. Now, as far as playing Halo Infinite this year, that could happen, and I think it will happen. The game won't release until 2020, in my opinion, but 2019, I think we will definitely get a beta. Halo 5 had a beta a year before the release of Halo 5, a whole year, which is unprecedented. You don't really see that, and that definitely gave them time to really tune the game. They said this time, according to Chris Lee, that they don't want to do a beta per se, but something more like they did with the Master Chief Collection when they re-released that. They had this thing called the MCC Insider Program, and I think they're going to do something more like that. That's what it sounds like they're going to do, where it's an ongoing thing. So it might even be long, it won't be a specific time like a beta is, like Halo 5's beta was 2 weeks long. It might be months where they're testing different parts of the game and they're going to let people in. And that's kind of how the things they did with the MCC Insider Program. They tested different things with the community and they released a patch and saw how that went. And I think that's the kind of developer community feedback loop that they want to do with Halo Infinite. So that's everything we know so far. I know it's not much, but I'm sure this year we're going to get a lot more information, including either before E3 or during E3. We're definitely going to get a new trailer for the game. We have to. Got to get some gameplay somehow. Usually a gameplay trailer comes out a year before the game comes out. So I would look forward to that, which leads me, nice little segue into my predictions part of the video. So with Halo 5, we heard rumors that they might do an open world campaign. And obviously that did not come to fruition, and they stuck to a linear story. Everything that 343 has been saying so far about Infinite leads me to believe that this is going to be a light open world, not like a full-blown RPG like a Witcher, but maybe a light open world, a little bit lighter than probably a Destiny. Because first of all, the franchise director, Frank O'Connor, very popular 343 employee, said that in Halo Infinite, exploration will be rewarded. Now that could mean anything. Halo 1 had rewarding exploration where, there were secrets and stuff and you were dropped on the ring world and you could just, run around and shoot aliens and have fun and explore. And there was really, it was less linear, kind of light open world. It was big environments, not really open world, but big environments. A couple other things that they have shown have made me believe that, for example, the quote where they said they were taking the franchise in a new direction. Also in a recent Vidoc 343 did for the making of the E3 trailer, the awesome E3 trailer, they said that the Forerunner towers play a major role in the game, which immediately said to me, it just made me think about like Zelda Breath of the Wild or Assassin's Creed, like your Ubisoft games, where you would have those towers and they would open up, certain parts of the map for you, give you more information on the area. That could be a possibility with Halo Infinite. And I think end of 2019 is when we'll see this whole insider program thing, just like Halo 5 did a year before release. And leading up to the release of Halo Infinite, we'll get more and more programs involved with 343. They'll keep updating it over time. And I think there is no possible way you see a full-blown launch of Halo Infinite this year. First of all, Gears is coming out this year. Gears of War and Halo, I don't see Microsoft putting their two flagship games out in the same year. And I honestly think 343 needs more time. They're trying to take their time with this. They're really on the chopping block with this game. Halo 5 had some of the best multiplayer in the series, but one of the worst stories. And Halo 4 had one of the worst multiplayers in the series, but one of the better stories. So they need to give a full package this time around, like the old Halo games. The original trilogy were some of the most complete games that you could buy. They were worth your $60. You had a great story, great multiplayer. You had Forge and custom games that gave you countless hours of fun with friends. And then Firefight when that was introduced. So it was always a full package, and 343 really needs to hit it out the park with Halo Infinite, or they could be in jeopardy of losing the fan base. They've already basically done that. Halo is nowhere near as big as what it used to be. I really wish it was, because I still think it's one of the better shooters out there. And like I said, Halo Infinite is my most anticipated game over the next couple of years. I am a huge fan of Halo, and I'm really looking forward to it. We also know that Halo Infinite will launch on PC and Xbox One, but my other prediction is that it will launch on the new system, the Scarlet, the next generation Xbox system. And it'll kind of pull a breath of the wild, where it's launched on the old system and the new system. The new one will have, bigger graphical upgrades, things like that, reasons to buy the new system. And it will be the first Halo game since the original, which I don't think is a coincidence, to launch on a new Xbox console. And I say that's not a coincidence because they really seem to be harping back to the old Halo days with the art style. The music from the trailer was from Halo 3, and all this stuff seems to be pointing towards a more classic Halo experience, which I also hope means a classic multiplayer experience. Most of the hardcore Halo players don't like this new thrusting, ground pounding, all this crazy Spartan abilities, which it got better with Halo 5, but Halo 4 was an abomination with the create a class system and how you could choose your abilities. Halo is all about that arena style gameplay where everybody's on an even playing field, and Halo 4 lost sight of that. Halo 4 was barely looked at as a Halo game. Halo 5 was better, but I think they need to go back to classic gameplay to really win back your core fan base. This would mark actually 5 years. If Halo Infinite doesn't come out till 2020, that'll be a 5-year gap from Halo 5 to Halo 6, quote unquote. That is huge. Halo usually is on a 3-year life cycle, 3-year span for development, and this would be the first time that it's taken 5 years for a game to come out. So that's huge, and that's why I think 343 is going to knock it out the park. I honestly think Halo Infinite is going to be the Halo game we've been waiting for, and definitely put it back on the radar as far as top shooters competing with your Call of Duties, your Rainbow Sixes, things like that. Your Battle Royales, even though Halo will not have a Battle Royale. That is confirmed from 343 themselves. And the last rumor that there is that it's going to be a games as a service model. Blah. That's gross. I hope it's not like that. I hope we get a full game at launch. But if anything is to go by as far as Microsoft and the recent trends in gaming, it probably will be a games as service. Just fingers crossed and hope that they do it right. But that's it for the end of the video, guys. I appreciate y'all sticking around to the end. Like I said, if you guys want to be covered on Halo Infinite, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. I will be uploading stuff about Halo as soon as it happens. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, peace.